Welcome to Nothing to Do with Islam for January 19th, 2017. Today we're going to be looking at Inauguration Sabotage, Terror Attack at Deploraball. Now, in my last video, I discussed some of the groups that want to disrupt the inauguration of Donald Trump, groups like Disrupt J20. Today I want to highlight a new Undercover Project Veritas video exposing a different threat. But first, I quickly wanted to cover this story. A man was arrested Tuesday for making death threats against Donald Trump. Dominic Joseph Popolo Jr. posted a video on Twitter saying he intended to use a high-powered rifle to carry out the assassination attempt at the ceremony on Friday. Photographs have emerged showing the suspect sitting near Hillary Clinton when she gave the eulogy at his mother Sonia's funeral. In a video posted Monday, Popolo said he would be at the inauguration of Trump on Friday in Washington, D.C. and would kill him. He was arrested after leaving a Washington Avenue subway stop about 4 p.m. on Tuesday. The defense argued he was mentally ill and needed to undergo an evaluation. His bail was set at $1 million once he was deemed stable. I could save them all kinds of money. They don't need a mental health evaluation. Just point to the fact that, according to the Daily Mail, he is a known friend of the Clintons, and that is proof enough that he is mentally unstable. In the video, Popolo states that he is going to kill the president-elect and asks, "What are you going to do about it, Secret Service?" Well, as Popolo is currently in custody, I guess we know the answer to that. You don't have to be Donald Trump to be receiving death threats these days. You just have to have any type of association with him. Jennifer Holliday pulled the plug on her inauguration performance because people threatened to kill her and her family. She was also branded an Uncle Tom. And most people know that opera singer Bocelli backed out of performing at Trump's inauguration. So both Holliday and Bocelli have decided against performing, and it appears, at least in these two instances, that the bullies have been successful with their threats. Now we're going to look at a two-part Project Veritas video. If you want to watch the whole video, the links are in the description box. Now, the video goes undercover with a group known as the DC Anti-fascist Coalition, in which they openly discuss deploying butyric acid at the Deploraball event scheduled for tonight, January 19th. The meeting, captured on hidden camera, was held at Comet Ping Pong, a DC pizza restaurant that is better known as the location of the Pizzagate controversy. The coalition members discussed the steps they would need to take to halt the Deploraball event. The authorities have been notified and presumably have taken appropriate steps to halt any attack on this event. The question is, how many other attacks are planned that we and the authorities know nothing about? Let's watch.
Yeah, if you had a freaking pint of butyric acid, I don't care how big the building is, it's closed and it's staying closed for a while.
And this stuff is like, it's very efficient. It's very, very smelly. It lasts a long time, and a little of it goes a long way.
I know, I'm trying to think through how to get all the sprinklers throughout the board. There's usually a piece of like fusible metal or a piece of glass and the liquid in it that'll blow.
This is undercover video of potential criminal acts being planned. These organizers and activists are talking about setting off butyric acid into the ventilation system and setting off fire alarm sprinklers at a Trump inaugural ball later this week. What you're about to see is part one of our hidden camera investigation into the groups and organizations that seek to cause havoc and violence at the Trump inauguration in Washington, D.C.
The next 4 years, we are going to fight Trump and everything he stands for with no quarter asked, no quarter given, no mercy of any kind.
Various groups, some old, some new, have gathered together under the Disrupt J20 umbrella. Progress Unity Fund, Workers' World Party, Americans Take Action, Answer Coalition, and many more. Today's investigation focuses on these guys from the DC Anti-fascist Coalition.
The message has to be that, we do not recognize the city government either. If you try to close us down, we will look for your house, we will burn it. We will physically fight the police if they try to clear one of our places. We will go to war, and you will lose.
Early on, one of our journalists was sent an email inviting him to a planning meeting. The discussion centered around disrupting the Deploraball, a big pro-Trump inaugural ball scheduled the night before the inauguration.
I was thinking of things that will ruin the evening, ruin their outfits, or otherwise make it impossible to continue with their plans, make sure they get nothing accomplished.
The Deploraball is being held here at the National Press Club in downtown Washington, D.C. The plan: set off butyric acid stink bombs, forcing everyone to evacuate the premises.
If Yeah, if you had a freaking pint of butyric acid, I don't care how big the building is, it's closing. It's staying closed for a while.
And this stuff is like, it's very efficient. It's very, very smelly. It lasts a long time, and a little of it goes a long way.
If we repeated the original play, we could use all that same stuff. And I can break the cans with a plunger, some stiff rubber bands, and a safety pin thing. So all you got to do is pull the pin and press the plunger, the whole can discharges.
This is the way we have to brainstorm to think of what can we do that will accomplish the mission. So that is bad enough. That stuff is nasty enough that it will spread.
It will get into the HVAC system and hit the whole building.
The actions could constitute a violation of anti-terrorism laws, a felony with a possible 5-year prison sentence and a significant fine.
In this second Undercover video, Project Veritas digs deeper into the Disrupt J20 organization, the key members involved, and some of the tactics they plan on using to disrupt Donald Trump's inauguration.
So, simultaneous to the checkpoint blockades in the morning, we're also doing a series of clusterfuck blockades where we're going to try to blockade all the major ingress points into the city.
Generally speaking, Nazis will only actually attack people if they strongly outnumber them, because Nazis are essentially cowards. But yeah, throat punching is probably a good thing.
We have a plan for how to shut down a metro.
It takes 15 seconds, and everyone can leave, because literally, it can't go anywhere at that point. It's ink, right? And you can use a really thin chain, you can use heavy chain, a really thin chain, that would require like a bolt cutter to undo. Basically, it would shut down that line.
That was Undercover sound about hooking chains up to disrupt and stop Washington's metro rail line.
So, simultaneous to the checkpoint blockades in the morning, we're also doing a series of clusterfuck blockades where we're going to try to blockade all the major ingress points into the city, which would include shutting down major bridges and highway access points, as well as shutting down metro rail. So to do that, we're going to try to break into several teams, kind of like the checkpoints. So if you're interested in doing that, we don't think these are going to be necessarily arrestable actions, but there is a possibility you could be, so keep that in mind if you want to participate.
Last week, Carafor spoke to the Washington Examiner and gave them an outline of the plans to try to block access to the city. Our infiltration efforts uncovered the details in potentially criminal plots.
So we figured out this. The train's full on the doors. One person's going to walk one end of the chain into the bench. We're on the other end of the chain into the car, walk around the corner. Done. It takes 15 seconds, and everyone can leave, because literally, it can't go anywhere at that point. It's ink, right? And you can use a really thin chain, you can use a heavy chain, a really thin chain, that would require like a bolt cutter to undo. Basically, it would shut down that line. The entire way. So the idea was to hit Metro Center, Gallery Place, and Waltham Plaza. They're all close enough to walk to, and that's every single line in the city.
Disabling trains constitutes an act of terrorism under 18 United States Code 1992. Quote, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 20 years or both, and if the offense results in the death of any person, shall be imprisoned for any term of years or for life or subject to death.
But yeah, throat punching is probably a good thing.
So in terms of more of this, like, generally, actually how to talk to them. Say, like, you and a group encounter a group of Nazis, and they're, like, having a rally or being, like, very loud with their views. How should you engage them?
I would say that's where you do the throat punching. I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
Peaceful protesting is protected under the First Amendment, but these activities seem to be anything but peaceful. After we released our first investigation, Disrupt J20 put out a press release saying that they were just playing along and counter-stinging us. But that did not appear to be true based on the mountain of emails and follow-up video that we have released. It'll be interesting to see what they say next. Although again, we advise them, don't lie to the FBI.
In closing, I pray that the Deploraball and the inauguration goes smoothly, and that those that mean to disrupt the events are unsuccessful. We know that there is unprecedented security for the event, and we can only hope that any and all plans to cause chaos are foiled. I constantly hear the left talking about taking the moral high ground, and they certainly act as though they are morally superior. However, it is those exact same people who stoop to racial slurs, death threats, and character assassinations to achieve their goals. I guess they believe that the means justifies the ends. This is Infidel L for NTDWI. Thank you for watching and stay safe. If you want to be apprised of terror attacks as they occur around the globe, please subscribe to my channel.